We got some enemies to deal with, so let's do so. Now, in case you're curious, the Gravity Gravira spells, I believe they are like a demi spell from Final Fantasy games. I don't believe it's just like I don't believe gravity is like an element so much as it's just it's specifically designed to take an exact percentage of health away. I don't believe it actually does. I mean, it does damage, but it is based on the enemy's current health. And if it's anything like anything like Final Fantasy games that this game is based on, I believe that Gravira takes a quarter of their maximum health. It'll take 25% of their not maximum health, but current health. So if they've got 100 HP, it's only going to deal 25 damage to them, and then after that, it's going to take only it takes a quarter of 75, and so on and so forth. So you can't really kill an enemy with gravity because it only takes a percentage of health. At a certain point, it'll just stop doing damage because the damage calculator rounds down. So you've only got 1 HP left. Therefore, you use gravity on that. It only takes 25%. It'll take 25% of 1, which is 0.25, and that just rounds down to 0. So you can't actually do any damage with gravity after a certain point. I don't think you can kill an enemy with gravity. And Lucy's Shard there. We pick up a lot of items, which is good. Another Lucy's Shard. Good for synthesizing and all that. Alright, grab all this stuff, and then we'll go over here and lock onto that and use gravity on it.
See ya.
And we got an Osmos G. Alright, now this should bring the other side down. And now before we actually go up there, what I want to do is I actually want to fall down, and I want to go in the door that this thing is blocking. So I want to fall, glide in here, into this lift stop here. And I am right here, so you use gravity again, magic gravity. And then open this for a royal crown. Alright. Now, what does that do exactly? I've seen it before. No, that's not the right one. Equipment. Royal crown. Reduces fire, ice, and lightning damage by 20%. Raises max MP, but reduces strength. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I'm curious about something. I want to equip that real quick. Okay, it doesn't do what I thought it did. Okay, there was some gear. Well, I'll say there was some gear. I've seen some images of, I'm pretty sure it was Kingdom Hearts 1, where Sora is wearing a crown on top of his head, sitting on the corner of his head, like you've seen in some of the images for Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. It just looks like a little tiny golden crown just in the corner of his head. I think it's only in Kingdom Hearts 2, so it may not be here. But I'm just curious, how do you get that? Where is that? I've never been able to find that. I thought maybe by equipping that particular item, maybe I thought that would do it, but obviously it did not. Okay. Alright. Let's mosey on out of here. And now we want to go ahead and fall down, I think. We shouldn't fall down to the bottom level, we should take it down to 1 level. And then we can just take this to go right back up. So like we went all the way back down to the bottom floor and have to go all the way through all that crap again. Now, let's go this way. Go around here. And then we're back here. And now we can take the path up. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me take care of these wyverns. Try not to fall down, though. There we go. Now we're hitting them. Okay, I think we got them. There's still a lot over there right now. Yeah, I do very little damage. Oh, don't fall off. Okay, glide around. Donald's dead. Okay. Now we're going to come over here and I want to hit this, which raises that side back up. And now we want to go up here. Because there's a chest here. Didn't quite open it in time. Now once you start casting lightning, it disappears. It's even worse. Actually, it's not worse. I'm trying to not cast lightning because you're invulnerable to damage. Okay. Let's open this. Mega Elixir. Alright. And now we click on this. And that changed the direction of that platform that we used way, way back. Now, let's see. How can I get to that? What platform was it? That was... where? I don't remember which platform that was. And if we go in here... and we take this lift here, it should take us the other direction. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. This is the lift that took us all the way, that took us a long way, went around to the left. Go in here. Goes up. And then at this intersection here, it went left. This time, it's going to go right. There we go. Taking it slow, sweet time, of course. Not like I'm recording or anything. And then now we're on the other side. We can click on that and gravier it. And then open it. For a Ramu belt. That's going to be a pretty decent gear. I wouldn't say it's really worth the trip, but it is essentially the same thing as an Ifrit belt kind of thing. Armor belt increases lightning by 40 lightning damage, or reduces lightning damage by 40%, and raises max AP. Doesn't help Donald at all. How does it help? Does it help Goofy at all? Definitely not there. Ups his AP, but not downs defense by 2. Ooh, that's even worse. Okay, we'll go ahead and change the Protera chain for, because it ups his AP by a little bit. How does that do for his abilities? How does it do for my abilities, by the way? Oh, Ars Arcanum. I forgot to equip this. Sliding dash, that's important. Because now sliding dash, my character, now Sora will automatically close on enemy that's far away. And that only works on foot. So, in Atlantica, that don't do shit. Sliding dash don't do shit in Atlantica. But on foot, he'll actually close on the enemy. Ars Arcanum is a very powerful attack. I'm really glad I remembered to go check this, otherwise it would have been a little bit, would have made a few future fights very difficult. Alright, let's turn on Treasure Magnet over Leaf Bracer. Don't worry about Leaf Bracer right now. Goofy. Let's see. MP Gift. MP Rage. Rage is good. MP Rage, whenever you're hit, you get to recover you recover MP. So that'd be good to have, because he's probably gonna, he has issues with MP. And then Berserk is always good. Boost attack power when HP is critically low, especially considering my party members are having a hard time staying alive. Alright. Okay, now we can head back. I'll save you guys the long-ass trip back. I'll just meet you back at the top of this area that we're looking at right here in front of us, where those two blocks went up and down. That's where I changed this lift. I'll meet you guys back there on foot. Save you the trouble of watching me. So, be right back. Alright, here I am back at the Great Crest, where those two blocks that I moved. I'm heading into the lift stop now. Let's take on these guys. Behind him and haul ass. Behind him again. There we go. Right. Castle Chapel. Cutscene. This is where the cutscene was. I was a couple of screens early.
So, I see the path has emerged at last.
Yes. The
His
keyhole
voice has changed.
to the darkness.
Unlock it, and the Heartless will overrun this world.
What do I care? The darkness holds no power over me. Rather, I will use its power to rule all worlds.
Such confidence.
Oh.
Look who's got a keyblade of his own.
Ah. Impossible. The princesses of heart are all here. It must be her.
Without her heart, she will never be able to release her power.
The king's fools are here. I'll deal with them myself. You stay here and guard the princesses.
Take your time walking out. He's emitting a blue glow. Still means evil, darkness, and all that. Okay. Don't think I got a save point before I came in here, but it's okay. I saved earlier off screen after I got through taking that long-ass trip around the other side of the building. That trip is probably best saved, or best used on the return trip here. I don't think it's really spoilers to say we're going to be coming back to Hollow Bastion. But, we'll be coming back here to Hollow Bastion from the beginning of the level, but via storyline, and that trip here, that second trip using that machine to go around to the right instead of the left, or using that lift, probably would be best saved for that moment, because then you don't have to worry about having to go all the way back to the entire castle again. But I figured I wanted to go ahead and show that off then, because once I get to that second part of coming back here, I'm not going to want to do any of the side stuff because I don't need to, because I'll be going straight for the final stuff that's going to be here when I come back in the second time. I won't need to show off any side places, any side paths or anything to any kind of chests or anything of that sort. Okay, that's why I wanted to go and do all the side stuff done this trip. Okay, with that all done, I think I have all the side stuff done. Let's move on to this part.
You're too late.
Are we? Are we really?
Now,
damn, I knew my procrastination was going to be a problem.
The world will be plunged into darkness.
Should have spent all that time looking for those side chests and stuff.
We'll stop it. After coming this far, there's no way we're gonna let that happen.
You poor, simple fools. You think you can defeat me? Me, the Mistress of All Evil!
Somebody hasn't been Hillary Clinton. Haha, political joke. Alright. We're taking on Maleficent now. What we need to do is we need to disable that. We can get up onto that pad that she's on, but it's easier to get her up here because then she doesn't move around as much. Arcanum. Engage Arcanum. There we go. Look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. Ooh, yeah. Arcanum again. Go again. Look at that. Look at his health bar. Look at her health bar drain. It's already down to green. Very nice. Sonic. Oh, I need to get Sonic Attack going. Now wait for it to... Oh. It's going to spin us off. It's okay. That's all right. Let's take out some of these Heartless around here. She's not... That Maleficent is a little bit too much like Ursula. Alright, let's attack the platform again. It'll bring her down. So she can't move anymore. There we go. Now we should be able to finish her off on this. Because I did so much damage the first time. I'll get him again. And she's out. Defense up and learn counterattack, and that is one dead Maleficent. We will never see her again ever in the Kingdom Hearts series. Ever. I'm so full of shit, you guys know it. I said that when I first fought her in Birth by Sleep. We'll never see Maleficent again. And need answer report 5. Alright. With that, I learned a new ability. It's not... Okay. No, that's not me. I learned counterattack. Strike back after parrying an enemy blow. Successful counterattacks restore MP. Okay, no big deal. Not worried about that. I think Donald or Goofy learned something. Was it Donald? No, it must have been Goofy. Learned second wind. What was it that he just learned? Berserk. What did you... Somebody learned an ability. I didn't see what it was. Was it really Donald? He learned... Did he learn cheer? Okay, that doesn't matter. I'm not going to use it anyway. Okay. Alright. All done there. Let's go over here and throw down this save. And once we get through saving, we'll be going through that this little portal right here for whatever reason. I'll save and be right back. Okay, I'm back. Before I actually go through the portal, I want to talk to you guys for just a brief moment here. I said this during my first recording session when I first did Kingdom Hearts before my hard drive crashed. But unfortunately, because it crashed, I didn't get to tell you guys the story. I'll try to make it a little more succinct than I did last time. I was driving home from work one day, and sometimes I listen to a radio station. It's just a little small local town radio station that doesn't really have commercials per se. They have like sponsored, not really like infomercials, but it's more like sponsored activities around the city and stuff. It's just not really important. But one of the little series they did was is a pet kind of like pet PSA, sort of how to take care of your pet, little tips and tricks for taking care of your pet, things of that sort. And I heard on this particular day on the way home, they talking about trimming your cat's whiskers. Now, there are two things that was wrong with this in my opinion. One is, in my 33 years, I'm 33 years old. In the 33 years of my life, I have been around a number of cats. I've only owned maybe, say, 2 or 3 of my own, but I've been around friends and family members and stuff that have had cats, and I feel I'm pretty knowledgeable about them. I even actually raised a litter of kittens from birth because their mother abandoned them. And there's a little sad story that goes along with, well, it's a sad story that ends happily, but there's a little sad story, a little tear-jerking story that goes along with that. But I don't feel like being tear-jerking right now. I want to bitch a little. In my 33 years and my time with experiencing with my experience with cats, never, ever have I even thought about, even contemplated, even considered trimming a cat's whiskers. Never. I have seen a lot of cat whiskers, and never once have I thought, wow, those are too long, they need to be trimmed. Never have I thought about that until I heard that PSA, or until I heard that radio show. Here's the second part of that I have a problem with. That means someone on this planet actually did think of that. Someone actually did think about trimming a cat's whiskers, because someone had to have thought of that in order to come up with the PSA or that show to tell people on the radio, don't trim your fucking cat's whiskers. Just don't. Let me give you some advice. If you own any cats or have any plans to own any cats in the future, don't trim their fucking whiskers. You just don't do that. Trimming their hair? Fine. If you can get the cat to calm down enough, maybe. But not their fucking whiskers. You gotta be a fucking idiot to have considered that. Cats, let me give you some more insight about cats. Cats' whiskers are as close as they're going to get to actually having fingers, actually having digits. They use those whiskers to feel things. You ever see them sniff around on the floor and stuff? They're not really sniffing the floor. They're sort of feeling the floor, whatever they got their nose stuck to. They're feeling that with their whiskers that's how they feel, like just like you reach out and touch a wall or something. That's how they feel, is with their whiskers. That's how they have textual feel. So, by cutting a cat's whiskers, you're basically cutting off your own fingers. You're cutting off the cat's fingers. So if anybody who's ever watching my channel, first of all, if you've ever cut a cat's whiskers, get the fuck off my channel and unsubscribe and don't ever come back here again. I hate you, you're a fucking idiot. Second, if you have cut your cat's whiskers before, after you get off my channel, go find the largest pair of scissors you can find and cut off your fingers, because you've done that exact same thing to the cat, and that's what you deserve, is to lose your fingers. Just to make sure I'm clear on that. Okay? That's what you missed because my hard drive crashed. So, just letting you know that. I think that's all I wanted to say about that. As far as that goes, it bugs me to know that someone actually had to consider that in order for someone to get on the radio and say, by the way, no, don't do that. I had never thought of it until they brought it up in that PSA. It stuns me how stupid people are with animals. It really does. It really does. Okay. with that out of the way, let's go kill Maleficent.